AACC Annual Meeting and Clinical Lab Expo Exhibitor University. My name is Teresa Ronk, and I am the marketing contact for the AACC Annual Meeting and Clinical Lab Expo Exhibitor University. Today's webinar is entitled Navigating the Exhibitor Resource Center, and we are very fortunate to have with us today Steve Marshall, who is the Exposition Operations Manager for the show. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type in your questions and we will answer them at the end of the presentation. And also keep in mind that we will be sending you a copy of the slide deck following the webinar. So please help me in joining Steve. Steve?
Good morning. I must apologize. I've been out sick the last 2 days. Hopefully I can make it through this without a coughing fit. Items we'll be reviewing today will be the login, exhibitor directory, exhibitor registration, booth personnel, and other items so forth. A couple things I want to point out on this slide. Your exhibitor booth registration, you get 7 badges for each 10 by 10 booth that you have purchased. Regarding meeting rooms, as we had last year, we will be offering meeting rooms. However, unlike last year, they are not on the exhibit hall floor. We have 2 locations for the meeting rooms. One will be in the BC Connector, and one is in Building A on the 4th floor. Some more information about what you'll find when you access the Exhibitor Resource Center. Once you're in, you can then manage your booth info, your products, press releases, the required exhibitor forms, again, register for your booth personnel, and order through Freeman Online. This slide shows you the icons that you'll see to make it easier to navigate. Again, edit booth, your account, registration, press releases, and then the bottom one is the Freeman Online ordering. And it's a single sign-on, no password is required. Once you log in, it'll take you right to the Freeman Online site. When you're in your edit booth info, these are the information that we are looking for you to put in. One of the caveats in this is when you're done, you need to scroll all the way to the bottom of the page and hit submit. You're looking for a green successful message. If you get a red successful, something is incorrect. It's a flaw in the system. You need to go back to the box that highlights the red success and check to make sure you have not exceeded your characters, which is the primary error, and as you've exceeded your character amount when you hit save. Some required deadlines. Most everything will be required by Friday, June 5th, as you'll see. Everyone needs to put in an on-site contact, so if something happens on-site, I've a way to get in touch with you. And then giveaways and catering. Catering is new this year. We're allowing exhibitors to order catering to be in their booth during exhibit hall hours for the attendees to stop by and see your booth and partake in any of the items that you have for them. And then if you're an island booth of 400 square feet or larger, you need to do a booth rendering if you're going to use an EAC, and then also supply a certificate of insurance. The on-site contact, you'll need to put in the email address and a cell phone number for the person on-site, and then also an office contact for someone off-site. For the giveaways, we just need to know what it is you're giving away. AACC's policies, you'll need to know and understand the farmer codes and apply by those. We're not going to say yes or no if you can give away. We just need to know what it is and the value so that we have some sort of record. And with catering, I need to know if you're going to be doing catering. If so, you need to order it through Levy, who's the official caterer of the GWCC. And if you do order catering, we need you to order porter service through Freeman to help keep your booth area clean with the food and all that you'll have in your booth. Again, if you're a 400 square foot island booth or bigger, you'll need to submit a rendering for me to approve in the following formats, and also include if you're going to have any rigging with your booth at all. New this year, I wanted to point out this is AACC has increased the height limit from 16 feet to 20 feet. So you'll now have to go from the floor to the top of your hanging sign or booth structure can go to 20 feet. Approval notifications, I'll approve online, and then you can check that. You'll also receive an email either confirming that you're approved, and if it was denied, what was wrong and what I need to be corrected to get approval. If you're going to use an EAC company, this is for anything outside of an official approved vendor for the show. So if you're using someone to install your booth, you'll need to submit an EAC form. If you're using someone other than Freeman Audiovisual to bring in some computer equipment, I'll need an EAC. Same with computer rentals. Any vendor not on the official list that you go outside to bring equipment in or set your booth in will need to submit an EAC and a certificate of insurance. This slide shows you the exhibitor manual page. Again, this can be found in the Exhibitor Resource Center. These are just kind of shortcuts. We'll go straight to, if you want to find like key contacts or special authorization form or the shuttle bus schedule, it'll take you right to that instead of having to go through the Freeman Online Kit and scroll through the whole thing to find this information. The next two slides are, again, a list of the approved official contractors. That if you use any of these, you do not have to worry about an EAC. Again, the second page of the approved contractors. When you're filling out your EACs, up to 5 of them can be submitted through the Exhibitor Resource Center. And when you submit your certificate of liability insurance, it must have name as following additional assured: AACC, J. Spargo and Associates, Freeman, and the Georgia World Congress Center. Without those 4 listed, your certificate would not be approved, and I'll send you a notice that your insurance was denied, and I'll need the form redone to include these 4 companies. This slide is fairly self-explanatory. Thank you. Specific to the Georgia World Congress Center this year, they have what they call the WIS system, which stands for Worker Identification System. Any EAC or vendors that work in the Georgia World Congress Center must have a photo ID badge. Your EACs can sign up for this by clicking on the GWCC website and following instructions there. If you're a full-time employee of your company and working in your booth, you do not need to have a WIS badge. Only outside vendors that are working in the building. Freeman Online manual is now up and running. I would recommend that you take advantage of the deadline of Wednesday, July 1st, because you get an additional 10% discount by ordering online. After July 1st, the online and advanced discounts are finished, and you go to the show site rates. As I said, meeting rooms are in 2 locations this year. This slide shows the first location, which is the BC connector, which you'll access through the exhibit hall, back by the B3, B4 entrance in the back of the hall. You'll go out the hall and go up a set of escalators that you'll see down there where it says open to below, and as you come up the escalators, you're now in the connector where these meeting rooms are at. The other location is in Building A. We were in Building B for all the exhibits and meeting rooms. And we have meeting rooms A401 through A410 that are available for rent. A410 is available for half-day rentals. This map shows you the layout of the Georgia World Congress Center. As I said, we're in Building B. Level 1 is the exhibit hall level. You can see the BC connector to the left between Building B and C. And then in green on Level 4 are the 400 meeting rooms in Building A. If you want to hold an ancillary meeting at any of the hotels that are in the hotel block, please click on the exhibitor meeting room request form, fill that out, and submit it to AACC by May 3rd, and then they will take care of it and process it from there. Thank you for your participation. If you have any questions, please list them, and Teresa will bring them up, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. We don't see any questions. We thank you for your participation again, and look forward to seeing you for the next webinar, which is Drive Traffic to Your Booth, Tuesday, April 21st at 2 p.m. Thank you, and have a great day.